Imagine being at the helm of the largest empire the world has ever known, wielding the power of life and death over millions, managing relentless wars, a devastating plague, and ceaseless political strife, all while battling your inner doubts and fears. For Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, this was everyday life. Yet in the midst of these overwhelming responsibilities, Marcus Aurelius achieved something truly extraordinary. He mastered himself. He didn't retreat into indulgence or succumb to the chaos around him. Instead, he turned inward, drawing on the principles of Stoicism to face every challenge with grace and composure. This isn't just ancient history. Marcus's struggles and his wisdom resonate today. How can we manage stress, find balance, and stay true to our values in a world filled with distractions and pressures? By looking at Marcus Aurelius's daily practices and Stoic teachings, we uncover timeless lessons that help us build resilience, maintain focus, and live meaningful lives. Let's step into the mind of the philosopher-king and explore how his routine, philosophy, and mindset can inspire us to master our own lives. Morning. Setting the tone for the day. Like all people, Marcus Aurelius's day began in the morning, though not without effort. In Meditations, he candidly describes his struggle to rise early, revealing that he was not naturally a morning person. Nevertheless, he disciplined himself to greet the day with purpose. As he wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work as a human being.'" This internal dialogue reflects a core Stoic principle, aligning one's actions with their higher purpose. He rejected the temptation to linger in comfort, instead reminding himself that his life's work, serving the common good, was more important. This approach exemplifies the Stoic practice of willingly embracing discomfort to build resilience. In the early hours, Marcus dedicated time to personal reflection and study. Before the demands of the day consumed him, he carved out moments for stillness, journaling, and philosophical reading. This practice ensured that he began each day in a calm and meditative state, avoiding the reactive chaos that dominates modern routines. Unlike many of us who rush to check our phones or emails, Marcus prioritized cultivating a mindset of intentionality and composure. As he prepared for the day, Marcus anticipated the challenges ahead. In one passage, he advises himself that the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. Rather than succumbing to cynicism, he used this practice of premeditation to prepare for encounters with difficult individuals. By recognizing human flaws as inevitable, he sought to respond with patience and understanding, demonstrating the Stoic ideal of emotional control. Work, purpose, and focus. Once his day began in earnest, Marcus Aurelius approached his duties with remarkable discipline. His role as emperor involved making decisions, hearing petitions, resolving conflicts, and leading military campaigns. Despite the enormity of his responsibilities, Marcus focused on his tasks with clarity and precision. He emphasized the importance of deep work, writing, "Concentrate like a Roman, do every act as if it were your last, with precision and sincerity." He drew inspiration from his stepfather, Emperor Antonius Pius, who meticulously planned his days, down to his breaks. Following this example, Marcus resisted distractions and stayed present in his work. He also demonstrated humility, seeking advice from experts and valuing constructive criticism. As he noted in Meditations, being corrected by others was not an affront but a gift. The harm is to persist in one's error. Even amidst the stresses of leadership, Marcus sought to balance his responsibilities with a sense of perspective. He reminded himself not to be consumed by work, writing, "Don't be all about business." This Stoic emphasis on moderation allowed him to avoid burnout while remaining effective. Leisure, cultivating balance. Marcus Aurelius believed in the necessity of relaxation and physical activity. Despite his demanding role, he found time for pursuits like boxing, wrestling, horseback riding, and walking in nature. His writings are filled with observations of the natural world, from fields of grain bending under their weight to the foam on a boar's mouth. For Marcus, these moments offered both physical rejuvenation and spiritual solace. Unlike many of his peers, Marcus avoided the violent spectacles of the Colosseum. While his position required occasional attendance, he often used these moments to reflect or read instead of indulging in the carnage. This detachment from the distractions of Roman entertainment exemplified his commitment to higher values. Another cornerstone of Roman culture that Marcus embraced was the use of baths. These were not just places of hygiene, but spaces for restoration. After physical exertion in the gymnasium, Marcus would take a hot or cold plunge, symbolically and literally cleansing himself of the dirt of daily life. These practices helped him maintain both physical and mental equilibrium. Coping with adversity. Marcus Aurelius's reign was marked by extraordinary challenges, devastating plagues, military invasions, political coups, and personal health issues. Despite these trials, he remained steadfast, relying on Stoicism to navigate the storm. Journaling was a critical outlet for processing his emotions and reaffirming his values. Through writing, he reminded himself to stay calm, avoid anger, and act with intention rather than react impulsively. One of Marcus's most profound Stoic practices was seeing obstacles as opportunities for growth. When betrayed by a trusted general, he refrained from immediate retaliation, choosing instead to reflect and respond with reason. He wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like that." This ability to transform adversity into a chance to practice virtue exemplifies the Stoic mindset. Evening, reflection, and renewal. As his day drew to a close, Marcus Aurelius turned inward. Like Seneca, who famously reviewed his actions each night, Marcus used the evening to evaluate his conduct. Meditations serves as a record of these introspections, capturing his efforts to hold himself accountable and strive for improvement. A key part of his nightly routine was the practice of memento mori, reflecting on the inevitability of death. Far from being morbid, this reflection helped him cherish the present moment and avoid taking life for granted. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Marcus also prioritized family time, fully immersing himself in moments with his wife and children. By reminding himself of their mortality, he cultivated gratitude and presence. This deliberate focus on loved ones balanced the pressures of his public life with the intimacy of personal connection. Timeless lessons from a philosopher-king. The life of Marcus Aurelius is both a testament to human strength and a guide for cultivating our own. From his early morning reflections to his evening self-reviews, his days were a practice in discipline, humility, and gratitude. Despite wielding unimaginable power, he chose virtue over vanity, philosophy over pleasure, and responsibility over escapism. His struggles remind us that adversity isn't unique to our age, and his solutions prove that wisdom is timeless. Whether it's staying calm under pressure, managing relationships, or finding purpose in the face of hardship, Marcus Aurelius's teachings remain as relevant today as they were 2 millennia ago. As we reflect on our own lives, let us borrow from his example: to greet each morning with purpose, to act with integrity, and to end each day with thoughtful self-assessment. And like Marcus, let us remember that our time is finite, and our true power lies not in the world around us, but in how we choose to face it. The philosopher-king has shown us the way. Now it's our turn to walk the path.